I'm gonna grab one if that's okay.
Yeah.
Would you like one? Fruit punch, strawberry lemonade.
Ooh, I want fruit.
I love it.
Peach, strawberry lemonade.
Tropical mango. Let me know what you honestly think.
I'm not an energy drink person per se, but that's good. It's really like
All right, let me try mine.
refreshing.
It's only 80 milligrams of caffeine, same as a cup of coffee.
Okay.
So it's not overly caffeinated.
That's good.
Nice.
It's legit.
All right, well, let's talk to Damon Martin here from WellWithAll.
Yes.
Who just came in with some fabulous product right
I
here.
love it.
Yes.
Energy drinks. Let's see here. I'm an energy drink guy. 80 grams of caffeine. I like it. No added sugars. I like that.
That's important.
Gluten-free. Wow.
Thank y'all for having me. I mean, this is an honor. So the way I describe my life is I've lived this improbable but possible life. You know, I grew up in poverty, had a heroin addict as a stepfather, lived in Columbus, Ohio, then Inglewood, California, moved with my father to rural North Carolina, got a set of just incredible breaks where I went to UNC Charlotte, became student body president as a sophomore, got really great people to invest in my life. My first job out of college was assistant to the White House Chief of Staff in the Clinton administration, working for Erskine Bowles. And then I came here because I got into Harvard Business School. And then, that was just another level up for me. And then I joined a hedge fund just as it was forming and spent 21 years there. I was the only black partner at a major hedge fund in the country for 2 decades. Wow. And that allowed my wife and I to become philanthropists and invest in, health equity and education and things like the Embrace that's on the Boston Common. Almost 5 years ago, I was standing in the middle of an emergency room with somebody that I love dearly, dealing with depression, anxiety, was suicidal, and that changed my life. And I realized in the worst moments of that that I was on the other side, that I had all these resources and access. But 37 years later, thinking about the 14-year-old version of myself living in that trailer in rural North Carolina, going through the exact same thing, I'd be dead or in jail. And there's so many people that are in that position right now. And that was really the inspiration for WellWithAll. So we take 20% of our profits of everything that we sell, and we use that to impact health equity.
Amazing.
How did you come up with the name?
It was hard figuring out a name, but we really are focused on creating generational wellness for all. And it was just a natural sort of fit. Like when I heard it for the first time, I said it out of my lips and I was like, yo, that's dope.
I love that generational wellness, because you hear people talk about generational wealth a lot, but it's like, as Ramiro always tells us, health is wealth.
Oh, I said, I want to be the first one to see what happens if you actually take care of yourself.
Right. If you look, there was a study that was done that came out, Back Bay is 3 miles away from Roxbury.
Yeah.
There's a 23-year life expectancy difference between those two places. So like the zip codes are determining how long people live. And to your point, a lot of that we can actually impact with information, with intervention. Like, it is not your destiny to live 23 years less than, folks that are 3 miles away.
There's just certain things in life that it's like you got to look at it almost like explaining it like you're investing money, right? You're like, hey, listen, if you invest a couple of bucks today, tomorrow, the day after, you're not going to notice it right away.
Right.
But as it compounds years down the road, you can be like, damn, I saved up a good amount of money. And that's how it is with your health.
That's
you
exactly
do
right.
little things daily, take your vitamins, do this and that. The next day, you're not going to be, depending on where you start out, you're not going to be the Rock.
Right.
But see where you're going to be down the road.
If you make the one choice a day to replace this with a sugary soda or drink that's 170, 200 calories, that one choice a day over a year is the equivalent of 11 pounds.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
sugary sodas and drinks are one of the highest caloric impacts to the American diet. So if you make these small changes in the way that you're living your life, just like you just described, I mean, that is what impacts that generational wellness. Like, we have passing on that kind of information, to our kids and to ourselves. That's what makes a real impact.
What's that journey been like, getting the product into stores?
Distribution for me is so important. I mean, we started with our website and Amazon, and now you're going to start seeing us in local grocery stores like Star Market and Shaw's. And it's like getting the product where people are shopping and giving an alternative to that is extraordinarily important.
There's a lot of energy drinks out there. So what is it that makes this different from the other ones?
So this is 80 milligrams of caffeine, same as a cup of coffee, right? About the same as a cup of coffee. Whereas a lot of the other energy drinks have more like 200 milligrams of caffeine, right? Which is almost triple. And so to have, you know, the better for you characteristics, this has got vitamin B and C in it. It's only 45 calories, no added sugar, right? So it's very different characteristics in terms of profile. And it's just, you don't have the jitters, you know, after drinking this. You can get up in the morning, drink this before working out. Right after lunch, around 1 o'clock, I need a little extra boost. So this is perfect for that. Even if I need to drink something at, you know, 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm not going to be up till midnight because it's only 80 milligrams of caffeine. We did market research in terms of what actually really made sense. I didn't want to have something that was more than a cup of coffee. Right. You know, we all need, after you get like over, you know, 22, like you need a little caffeine to keep you rolling. And so I knew that this was an area that most of the country was consuming, but I wanted to do it in a healthy way, and it tastes great. And that's not, you know, it seriously does. We taste tested this all over the country, Essence Fest, HBCU Classic, and folks universally like, this is dope.
Taste-wise, it doesn't, I've had my share of different products, and this doesn't have, I always say to people, I'm like, there's certain drinks that, one thing that all these drinks have in common is they have like a weird aftertaste effect, and I'm not getting that right now.
Right. Well, that was the intent. I mean, we started with taste, so because you can have all these attributes and it suck, and then and then what? One, we wouldn't have any profits to actually invest into the community, right? Like we wanted to make something. We started with taste, and we did so much taste testing. We went to Essence Fest, we went to HBCU Classic, we went to Spellhouse and Morehouse's homecoming. And over again, like when I knew we had something for real.
I'm hearing collaboration and like not burning bridges and things like that. Sure. Can you just speak on that and how important that is?
Yeah, I think a couple of things. One, develop an expertise, right? Which I spent 21 years investing in consumer companies, understanding the full landscape, understanding how these businesses really work before I started the company. Second thing, you know, all along the way, treated people with dignity and respect, never knowing that I would be in this position to start a company. And then, you know, thirdly, like, knowing what you know and knowing what you don't. And the things that you don't have the capabilities of doing, collaborating and partnering where the highest level of expertise exists. And that's what we've been able to do, you know, all along the way.
I do appreciate the product. And also, it's the investment for me. Because I think nowadays a lot of people, I know I am, are trying to invest in products and in their spending, be more intentional about it. So I appreciate this 20% that you're doing for, you know, to help out people in the community with health inequity. I think that is fabulous.
And I want folks to know, like, a year before we sold a single thing, WellWithAll was in the community. We were in Roxbury with the Demick Center, at the Academy Homes, investing in health and wellness.
You speak about Boston. How does Boston sort of influence the identity and the values of this company?
We're proud to be a Boston-founded company. I mean, this is where I raised my family. This is where my kids have grown up. This is the longest place I've ever lived. So, like, Boston's home. And so it greatly influences everything that we do. And we want to, you know, bring Boston along this journey with us.
I love that.
If somebody's hearing about WellWithAll for the first time right now, what would you like them to take away from this conversation?
That we're not just a brand, we're a movement. You know, that we are creating generational wellness for all. And, you know, and our product is really good.
Yeah. Short and sweet. I like that.
I like it. All right, well, thank you, Damon.
Thank you.
Real honor.
Thank you.
Appreciate the love.
And best of luck.
Thank you.